friends and neighbors. Welcome again to Local Flavor. My name is Frank Brown, and we're here today with Mark Freeman, and Mark Freeman is going to show us one of his secret recipes.
Yes, thanks for having me in today, Frank, and we're going to make a breakfast pizza today.
Sounds wonderful.
And first thing I'm going to do right quick to get this thing going here. Yep, we're going. And this is a recipe I've been making for a long time, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but this humongous pan here is what I normally make it in. So we're making a smaller one today. That one takes 40 eggs to produce. And this is
that's breakfast for Army, isn't it?
It's good for things like balloon festivals and things of that nature. And that's I've had that pan all over the country.
Fun.
And we're going to saute up some onions here because, as an aunt of mine used to say, love me, love my onions. So,
well, sauteed onions have got to be the start to a lot of good dinners, good lunches, and now breakfast.
You cannot eat too many good onions, and we're going to cut up one more.
Do you recommend a regular onion or a Vidalia onion? Anything special?
A sweet onion if you can get it. You know, it just depends on the season, and this one's not particularly sweet because it's kind of got some tearing going on here. And
What do you mean tearing?
my eyes.
Oh, your eye. I thought the onion was crying.
No,
I thought it was sweating.
but we'll cut these up right quick, get them started. And you can kind of manipulate this a little bit if you want to. And
Want me to help on that?
if you'd like, that would be
Stir
great.
the pot.
And we'll continue slicing these onions.
This
up
nice
here.
Viking range we have here is amazing.
Yes, it is.
You can buy these at a local store right here near where we film this show, downtown Kingsport. I'll share that lady's name with you, but if you really want to find her, go to facebook.com/local flavor, and you will find her, these recipes. And if you're interested in being on the show here in Kingsport, just leave us a note on the wall.
Okay.
Mark, this stuff is getting it.
Next thing we'll do, if you want to go, I'll take that over. If you want to go
Okay.
grab the crescent roll dough, which is
Okay.
our base for the pan.
So this is going to be the
We'll
blanket.
need to open those.
Open them up, and here we go. Let's see, should be able to pull the edge right there.
Great, fantastic. Now, when I go to like New Mexico and make this, this is basically a layered dish. It's got sausage with sage, portobello mushrooms that I'll saute in white wine here in a minute.
So it's like a Mexican dip, but it's breakfast.
Right. And it's got, of course, shredded cheese of whatever variety you really like. And then when I go out there, I'll buy fresh chilies, and I'll layer chilies in with it too. And it's really good with chilies. I just didn't think to bring them this morning. And
I'd say we're going to do just fine, chili or no chili.
I would pick this up and flip this, but we don't want to clean the kitchen.
No, not today.
We'll let this kind of go there for just a few more seconds. And let's
Smells good to me.
pull
See
this
what you
out.
do with this dough. Gonna make a blanket, a dough blanket.
That's what we're going to try to do here, and hopefully it will cooperate and unroll for us. I've sprayed the dish ahead of time with some
What we got? Canola oil.
cooking spray with some
That's
canola
great.
oil. I normally use olive oil or grapeseed oil or something to, and you just take the
Make the bed there. Tuck
take the
them in.
bed, kind of thin it down some, just get it as thin as you can.
Does that puff up and give it a pastry?
It gets a little bit, yeah,
flavor?
it does grow a little bit when you bake it, so it does make a nice.
It'll absorb some of the flavor too, I imagine.
It does. And one of the reasons I like to cook it in the copper pan is that it's almost impossible to burn it. So
Is that right?
yeah,
Huh.
it cooks very evenly in there, especially in the oven. cooked these in stainless steel pans and actually had problems with them before. So
All right.
I'm a big fan of copper.
Yeah, I can't blame you on that. I know. Well, the French chefs love them.
When I found out you couldn't burn things very easily, that made a big
Made-
difference too. So.
A believer. I'm glad you decided to share this recipe with us today.
This is really good. It's a great party dish. We use it, that's most of the time when I make it, it's for some kind of a gathering or where you've got a lot of people around. And the other thing that's really great about it, you can make a lot of it, is it microwaves very nicely. That's not the prettiest deal in the world, but I'll tell you what, it will work. Now then, we'll stir this a little bit.
Oh, want to see this? You're not going to believe it. Check this out. Got
That
a
actually
blanket,
makes
put
it
a little
good.
blanket in the bottom.
Okie dokie. Now then, let's see. Let's get some
What do you
hash
need now?
browns right quick.
Hash browns.
Got a
Didn't
little
know we were
bit
gonna
of-
have those.
I don't like to use a whole lot, but it helps kind of separate the pieces and parts.
How we going?
I'm not a big believer in over starching things. I'll maybe throw a little layer of cheese in there to kind of start that out.
What'd you do? Have a couple of pounds of cheese, a couple of pounds of sausage with sage. It's like about what? Pound of onions?
2 onions usually.
2 good sized onions? Right.
Sort of spread those out in there.
That looks great. It's melting that cheese right away.
But, now then, if
Coffee?
you will not burn yourself and
Okay.
pull that wine out,
Alrighty.
just dump a little wine in there.
There you go.
That'll do it.
Deglaze that little pot. Give you a little sauce. What are you gonna do?
Throw those
Aha!
suckers in there.
What nice portobello mushrooms.
Just let them do their thing.
This is
Yes.
French breakfast.
I guess if we had a pan, we could throw these in the oven.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that just in a little bit. I'll put these
I
in.
usually wind up making a couple of crescent rolls in the process. but
Here's a good pan. Let's just put it in this one.
Cool.
No, we better not put it in that one. How about this?
That'll work. Let's just put
Okay.
that'll be a good junk pan. And I'm gonna put a little bit more while we're doing that. Just throw another
Oh,
little
yeah, that looks
little bit
great.
more cheese. Now we'll come in and do.
We'll just put it right here.
So I'm gonna start with some of the sausage.
So you had already prepared the sausage,
I did the sausage previously because it takes so long to cook it.
right?
That, I like the Jimmy Dean sausage personally, but
That's
I guess anybody's sausage with sage works.
sausage and sage. Sounds like a good one, Mark.
And sage is an amazing spice. One of my favorite teas is a blackberry sage tea,
All right.
and it's just phenomenal how it works with things.
Can you find that here in Kingsport?
You absolutely can. I'll bet
Awesome.
Mary's Kitchen Shop's got some.
Awesome. Well, Mary's Kitchen Shop is also where you can find some of these utensils, and you've got a beautiful knife there. I know you can buy those there. We want to thank her for participating in our program and helping sponsor us here today with these utensils, and she always does, been so kind to help us with the show.
I don't know how long these are going to take.
So you cook them on one side, then the other?
Yeah, I want to get them where they're
right.
completely down to.
So you got to soften them up a little bit.
Yep.
And then what, slice those up?
Yeah, usually I just cut them into strips and lay them in, let everything kind of work together and put cheese on top. And I'll tell you what, while we're doing that, we're going to slice some tomatoes.
All right. The knife looks pretty sharp.
It is, and there's nothing better in the world than a good sharp knife. I normally use the Roma tomatoes, but for whatever reason I had a hard time finding them.
What are you going to do, add some egg too?
Oh yeah, why don't you get some eggs out, because that's
Okay.
what we need to start doing,
Try some eggs.
start playing with the eggs. They said you were an egg breaker.
Yeah, I'm the egg man. At my house, that's my favorite thing every day.
So you just
One egg keeps the doctor
breaking them
away.
and dumping them in there.
What are you gonna do? All 18 eggs?
Yeah, let's go ahead and throw them all in there.
Okay.
I think it'll take most of them.
Here we go. You think I can get this in the floor? I bet. Oh yeah, we're golden. Hey Maria, are you watching this? I bet I've got the technique down, don't I? You come on by Kingsport here and see this great show. Might pop in and see us one day, Emerald. Check us on facebook.com/local flavor. Find a few things you can savor. Now, the nicest part is all these recipes come from local folks here today where you may have tried this at their house and now then we'll get to try it at your house. 18 eggs. Oh my goodness.
Like I said, it takes about 40 to do the big one. And it's about all I can do to pick it up and put it in the oven. It's so heavy.
That'll be all right. Got 18 eggs, ready to whisk them away.
That's right. If you want to whisk, you can whisk.
I'll be happy to do that. This should be fascinating. I have never fluffed 18 eggs, much less 40. Those shrooms are about to get delicious, aren't they?
Yeah, they're soaking that wine right up. The nice thing the wine does for them is it makes them sweeter. Gives
Right.
them a nice little bit of a sweet flavor as you dig into them. I'm gonna go ahead and
You want me to make meringue out of these?
yeah, just go ahead.
Really whipped? Like that technique. I know you folks at home have probably got a better technique than this, but hey, I don't have it on the floor. How's that, Mark? Is that getting close?
Good, it looks good. You're doing great.
There we go.
The other thing is, it seems like I'm always doing this at 4 in the morning too. That's the other.
You're a brave soul to be up that early.
Because breakfast does come early, and if you're going to fix breakfast, it's
Wow, that looks great. I can't wait to taste this. Again, folks, the flavors here are unbelievable. I mean, the aroma here in the air. Let's see. We'll move that a little closer to you there.
turn that off too.
You can get it rolling.
Yeah.
And sauces and everything.
If you want to be putting some of that sausage
This sounds great.
in there in amongst the
Tuck these in there.
yeah, that'd be good.
Okay.
Stab that one. Last little layer.
Put some truffles in here with this. I guess you'd have trouble with truffles.
Cheese on it.
Now, do I leave enough for another layer of sausage?
Let me put a little more starch on here. We've
Okay.
kind of been leaving the starch out a little bit, so we'll throw
Okay.
some taters on there for tater lovers.
Yeah, I've never had problems with potatoes. And this is a loaded potato in reverse. You take the whole potato and everything and let it go. Sausage instead of bacon. More cheese.
And we're going to really load the top up here.
Alrighty. What type of potatoes are these? I got
Those are just regular.
country style hash browns, shredded potatoes.
I usually cut my own. I like the fresh ones better. But,
Right. Well, for today, I imagine we'll still be pretty darn happy.
we'll get lots of cheese here on top of this. We're almost
then-
ready to pop her in the oven.
More sausage?
Except I need to pour the eggs in.
Uh-huh. Wait, it soaks right down through there.
Yeah, it does. It's amazing.
The egg pie. Do you have a label for this yet? Mark?
I just call it breakfast pizza. That's what.
Breakfast pizza. I'm gonna give it a nickname, egg pie. I can't wait. And then what do you got to do? Bake this for a while?
Bakes for about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. I kind of use the knife test. You just sort of, it takes at least 45 minutes, and you just kind of stick a knife in it till it comes out.
Well, one thing we've
More or
got
less.
over everybody at home with this is television time. We might not have to wait that whole hour.
We might not.
We might pop right back in a minute and show you the finished product.
And by golly, we made a good guess on the number of eggs. I think it just filled it up just right.
So you end up here about, you float the boat and you're about a 1/4 inch below the top of the moat.
Mm-hmm.
Okie doke.
And I think this is channel 16 that we're doing this on.
Channel 16 right here in Greater Downtown Kingsport. And you are making yourself a 16
That's
right
what we're
there
trying to do right
on
here.
the top of the pie.
We're going to put us a 16 right here on top of the pie.
We will bless this puppy and dig in and end up with a grin. Oh my goodness.
How about that?
Here, check
Turn
this
it
out.
around where they can.
Here you go, folks.
It's ready
Make
to go.
yours just like this. And if you want to, take a picture of it, put it on our wall at facebook.com/local flavor, and we'll make you a star too. Okay, well, let's pop it in the oven. We'll be right back. Mark, is that thing ready in the oven yet?
We hope so. It takes a while to cook, but we'll go get it and see what we can do
All
here.
right, let's see what it's going to taste like. Egg pie, otherwise known as pizza.
Breakfast pizza.
Oh my goodness, there you go.
Sweet 16.
That puppy is hot too.
Yes, it is.
Folks, you ready to see me burn my mouth?
Let's see what we can do
Let's see
here.
what happens.
Well, it feels good.
Channel 16, burned into our memory, seared into this pie. So hot it's gonna make me cry. I can't wait. Oh man, we've got the crust.
Actually, the cheese on top, if you'll notice, also kind of creates a nice crusty.
Yes, awesome.
Now let's see if we can get it out of here without
Okay,
totally destroying it.
go ahead, tear up one.
We'll take 2 here.
Breakfast pizza delight. Oh my goodness, check that out, people. That
pretty?
is awesome.
Isn't that gorgeous?
I love it. Okay. Father, Son, the Holy Ghost, throw them on there.
There you go.
Amen. Dig in. You want to try it?
Let's try it and see what happens.
Okay.
Let's break this one apart and let's slide it out there. Just find you one and dig in.
Okay, doke. I'm going to try it.
Oh, goodness.
Is it on fire?
That's good.
I'd say it's on fire.
That's good. That works. Well, how
Great
about
flavor.
how about a toast to a wonderful experience?
Yep. Thank you all. And thank you for joining us. See us tomorrow, same time, same station, Channel 16, Local Flavor.